Good morning. I'm very honored to be here and to start the session deeply go into the startups and the way we're working. I'm Eytan Eshel. I used to be the head of military R&D in the Israeli MOD, manage all the R&D on behalf of all the services in the IDF. And after my retirement, I was a VP in Elbit, our competitors, and now I'm the CTO of II, and doing more or less the same, managing all the R&D, technology, and innovation of II. I will start with a very short brief regarding II to explain you a bit where we are coming from, and then I will go into look into our strategy towards dual use and innovation within II, and the process that we are making, and followed, we'll have the Lucas that will present in more depth what we are doing in the US. So I will start shortly with the II. We are the largest aerospace industry in Israel. Actually, the biggest high-tech company in Israel. We have 15,000 employees. Half of them are from the technological aspects. We have above $6 billion of revenue, which is very high rising from about 4 years ago to $6 billion, more closely to $30 billion of backlog. And we are very proud of 36 Israel Defense Awards, which is the highest and very much important award that we got in Israel. We are one of the 10 companies in the world that are able to design, develop, and produce aircraft and certify it. So every 2 weeks, we supply a business jet to Gulfstream. And we are one of 11 companies in the world that have a full capability in space. We are able to produce satellites, whether it's electro-optical, SAR satellites, communication satellites, launch capability, and command and control of those satellites. And we are the national house for aeronautical radars and more other aspects. So we are established on 4 divisions. We have on the left side the aviation division, which is 25% of II, which is almost totally civilian part of II, with the modification of aircraft to cargo aircraft behind the business jet that we design and develop, and the MRO and other capabilities. We have a ELTA system behind the radars, multi-mission aircraft. When we talk about dual use, we're taking Gulfstream G550, make it intelligent aircraft, which play a major role in the last conflicts. So this is also an example for dual use capabilities that we are doing. I talked about advanced radar. All the aero system lean on the long-range detection that come from the advanced radar of ELTA. We have the military aircraft division, which is mainly UAV and all the echelons. We were the first in the world that introduced UAV in the late 70s, in the previous hundreds. And we controlled the world for many years on the UAV until just recently. And we have the SMS group, which is the missile and space capability. We have the space that I talked about, but all the air defense capability in Israel, the strategic ones, came from II through the aero system and other air defense system, and also attack missiles. So I give a very short video to present our portfolio.
In a fast-evolving world of challenges and missions, dominating the forefront demands both human courage and cutting-edge technologies. Where necessity meets ingenuity and endurance meets innovation, the inconceivable becomes a reality. Where constant research and development lead to continuous technological breakthroughs that allow us to succeed together in improving and protecting the lives of millions worldwide. We are there, with strong-standing, long-lasting global presence beside you on each and every mission. Because none of your missions should be taken lightly. We are there with decades of battle-proven expertise that enable you to meet your challenges. That's why when millions of people are counting on you, you can count on us. We have the courage and technology to build the impossible. We are there empowering you with overall tailor-made reliable solutions, ensuring your dominance on land, at sea, in the air, in space, and in cyberspace. We are committed to standing by you, facing the challenges together. IAI, where courage meets technology.
So this reflects a very wide portfolio of IAI. And it's not only that we are very wide portfolio, we have a depth. We have a fab within the company, software factory, AI capabilities, all of it is within the company. So why to go out? Why to engage with startups or with academics? I will show you briefly. So in every decade, and we saw in some of it, we invent ourselves. We introduced the first C2C missile. We were the first to be able to intercept ballistic missiles with the Aero system. We are in many other areas that we are pioneers and the first in the world to introduce a new innovation, a new system. And most of it came for ingenuity within IAI, but also collaboration with outside forces. So when you come to such a big, deep and portfolio company that we have, it puts a lot of challenges because you need a reliable system, you need to be a trusted system, and those, when you come with the new technology, with innovative, you need to bring it to this stage. And this is the uniqueness that we bring to the game by working with startups, that we are able to take these new ideas and mature it and bring it to the real use case and match it to what is needed. So we are have the portion of military, also civilians, and we are able to monitoring in a way that we can bring a future surprise to the battlefield and also to the market. So it is a must in our eyes, and this is how I put it, strategy. My responsibility is over all the R&D, technology, and innovation of the company, is to put the strategy to be able to work with the new forces, embrace the ecosystem of startups and the academic in a way that will bring innovation to the company and new capabilities. And our uniqueness is that is not that we grow innovation from the company, but also with the outside world to create what we call the hybrid solution, reduce time to market, high-end technology, and to bring it to the division within IAI. And this is why we created our innovation centers that become a home for all these activities that needed to be as part of our system. Our strategic goes from organic innovation, when we put challenges, working across the community within the division, and collaboration with creating internal accelerators. But we have the open innovation where we are able to create activities with the academics, with the startups, and with the whole ecosystem and venture capitals and others. So our home of innovation started from Tel Aviv, IAI Innosphere, which is we're creating a process that we select within tens of proposals that come within IAI, and with the collaboration of startups, to about 5 to 7 programs that will go through this accelerator, and after 13 weeks of accelerated program, reach a demo day. And through this process, the uniqueness of AI is that we create for them the use case, guide them in the process, putting mentors, and putting them into the proof of concept that they will reach in the demo day. And this creates enabling of entrepreneur to come from AI and innovation that come from outside. So after 87 programs, 16 cohort, 32 startups that work with us under this program, 25 patents, we reach a success rate of about 60%, which is a very high success rate. And when I mean success rate, is those ideas become part of our business line and part of billions of dollars of programs that are within AI and creating the new approach and new system that we are introducing to the market. Under the open innovation, we create an accelerator, and I will explain a bit about it later on. Lots of work with academic, looking into deep tech, new technology that come from the academic, and of course, the whole ecosystem of startups that we collaborate with and create a mechanism how to work with those startups. So when we talk on open innovation, we are working into society. So we create and we're partnering in several ventures out of the company. And one of the most interesting one is the last one that we just started, approaching to reservists that were in the battlefield, bring their experience, knowing the gaps that they have, the operational gaps, and the solution that can bring with technology in various fields of the current battlefield and the forecast future battlefield. So, but we are collaborating with all of them, and some of them we created ourselves. When we talk about working with academics, we are working with all the universities in Israel. And if I take, for examples, with Hebrew University, we create a subsidiary of AI with the Hebrew University focused on quantum computing. Most of the other universities, we are working very tightly, looking for emerging technology, looking for solution that can bring the new technology to the market. We created we are working with the university in the US, in India, and research institute in Europe. And what we bring to the game is working with the academic, bring a very deep tech to the company, in the society to contribute to sustainability, startups creating the pilots and the funding. It's not only that we are mentoring, we give the right funding that they need it, and the investors. On the open, as I said before, we created several programs. We created Astra in Israel, aerospace, in collaboration with Starburst. We created in the US AI Catalyst, which we will focus on later on, facing to startups in the US to collaborate with AI. And we created also accelerator in India, Neosphere, that started to work and facing to Indian startups. And we are starting something in Europe, and now it's in the process, so this is why I cannot put it in more depth. And taking advantage of our size is not that we are bringing them the different division, but between the between the accelerators and the innovation centers, we create a follow-on process in order to take those startups, companies from valley of death to real activity with the division, but also with collaboration with other process that we're doing within AI. Some numbers, almost closely to 40 startups that are working under this process, 9 cohorts, $25 million that were raised, but most important is those startups, 30% of them that will collaborate in AI, reflects hundreds of millions of dollars contribution to this. So we invite you, those who are coming from the startup portion and venture capitals, to look into this process and try to see how they can take advantage out of it. So I'm really proud to welcome Lucas that explain more depth on the Catalyst program. Thank you very much.